We take you to KZN now, where the ANC claims that as long as the uMkhonto weSizwe party is allowed to use the MK name and logo, the trademark infringement continues. As a result, the party approached the KwaZulu-Natal High Court in Durban to seek leave to appeal the April judgment, which dismissed with costs its plea for interdictory relief over the use of the name and logo. Canny Maphanga, SABC News Reporter, was in court for us today and joins us to give us the very latest. Good afternoon, Canny. So today we heard Advocate Gavin Marriott for the ANC argue the case is not moot now that the elections have come and gone, adding that the whole argument that the MK party using its name and logo would create voter confusion was but one aspect of their challenge, asserting that the copyright infringement continues to this day. Talk to us about this.
Indeed, good afternoon to you, uMkhonto, and to the viewers once again. Based on the arguments we've heard this morning, we can expect that it is still quite a long road ahead as the ANC and the MK battle over the heart and soul of uMkhonto weSizwe. So what we've seen is the ANC head back to the court of first instance, that is the KZN High Court in Durban, asking the court for leave to appeal that April 2024 judgment that dismissed with costs its bid to interdict the MK party from the use of the uMkhonto weSizwe name and logo. So what you saw there in the April judgment is that the court dealt in quite detail with the merits of the case, despite the fact that the ANC had failed to meet the urgency requirements. And we know that once you fail on urgency, that's the end of the matter, and the court doesn't have to take it forward. But for the purposes of appeal, they did deal with the various merits and why they failed on jurisdiction, etc., on those number of grounds of appeal that they've launched there in the KZN High Court. Now, the ANC has come back rather to this KZN High Court to appeal, saying that when they approached the court earlier this year, their case was misrepresented. Of course, it was in the context of elections, so we saw the severe impact the relief sought would have had on the MK party if the ANC were successful, and it is against that backdrop upon which the court made its findings about the fact that the voters wouldn't be confused if they went to the ballot box, and then of course highlighted and emphasized those Section 19 constitutional rights, those political rights that are afforded to all in the country when it made its finding. But the ANC has come back and said that although we've seen the 2024 national and provincial elections continue and the MK party is now the third biggest political party in the country, they're still carrying that uMkhonto weSizwe name and the legacy. And they're saying to the court that the infringement continues for as long as they continue to use that benefit. They're asking the court to grant them that leave to appeal, saying that there is reasonable prospect of success that another court, that is a full bench, maybe of the KZN High Court Division or the SCA, may come to a different conclusion. Also telling the court that they need conclusion on this critical question of the goodwill of uMkhonto weSizwe. The central question that they've placed before the court is that, is this goodwill of uMkhonto weSizwe, which is the former military wing, the now disbanded military wing of the ANC, is that goodwill associated to the ANC? And then the question that must follow after that is this newly formed political party unduly appropriating or benefiting from that goodwill that uMkhonto weSizwe carries in a country such as South Africa, where we saw this former military wing contribute quite significantly to the liberation struggle as well as the constitutional democracy that South Africa enjoys today. Of course, the MK has vehemently opposed this application, stating that when you look at the application purely from the question of urgency, that was the end of it. They've also described this appeal bid by the ANC as a hopeless case, asking the KZN High Court Division to dismiss that bid for leave to appeal.
We heard Advocate Dalimpofu there saying that the case was dead on arrival. But apart from that, we're also listening to proceedings today. I heard the judge state or ask if the ANC was not attempting to introduce new facts in their arguments. What was the ANC's response to this?
Well, we've seen that since this elections have taken place, that the trademark has since been ceded to the ANC. But remember, that issue wasn't before the court when we first sat in the KZN High Court. And you know, when you seek leave to appeal, you have to seek leave to appeal on the facts that have already been decided on. You can't now introduce new facts at this stage. If you want to entertain new facts, then you have to come with a new application, a new retroactive cause of action. You can't revise the cause of action once it has already been decided on by the court.
All right, Canny, thank you very much for that reportage. That's SABC News reporter Canny Maphanga out in KZN for us today.